Hello and welcome to Let's Talk English. I'm your host, Michelle, and I'm so glad you could join us today.
And I'm Jeremiah. It's great to be here.
Today, we have a really practical and exciting topic for all of you who love to travel or are planning a trip soon. We're going to cover what to say at the airport, hotel, and restaurant.
That's right. Traveling to a new country can be an amazing experience, but it can also be a little nerve-wracking if you're worried about the language barrier.
Exactly. So our goal today is to give you the essential real-world English phrases you'll need to navigate these common travel situations smoothly and with confidence.
We'll break it down into 3 parts. First, the airport, then checking into your hotel, and finally, ordering food at a restaurant.
Ready to get started, Jeremiah? Let's head to the airport.
Let's do it. So, you've just arrived at the airport. The first thing you need to do is find the check-in desk for your airline.
Right. You can look at the large departure boards to find your flight number and the correct desk.
When you get to the counter, the check-in agent will greet you and usually ask for your passport first. They'll say something like, "May I have your passport, please?"
And you can just smile and say, "Here you are," or "Of course," as you hand it to them.
Next, they'll ask about your luggage. A very common question is, "Are you checking any bags today?"
If you have a large suitcase to check in, you can say, "Yes, just this one." If you have 2, "Yes, these 2." You then put them on the scale next to the counter.
What if you only have a small bag that you're taking with you on the plane?
In that case, you'd say, "No, I just have this carry-on." A carry-on is the small bag you carry onto the plane.
Right. They might also ask some security questions, like, "Did you pack your bags yourself?" And the answer to that should always be yes.
Definitely. After they weigh your bags and check your passport, they will give you your boarding pass. The agent might say something helpful, like, "Here is your boarding pass. Your flight departs from gate B12 and boarding will begin at 3:30.
It's very important to listen for that gate number and boarding time.
It is. Okay, so we have our boarding pass. The next step is security screening.
This is where they check your bags and you walk through a metal detector. The security officers will give clear instructions.
Yes, they might say, "Please place your bags flat in the bin," or "Take your laptop out of your bag," and "Please remove your shoes and jacket." The best thing to do is just watch what other people are doing and follow along.
Exactly. Once you're through security, you can find your gate. But what if you're lost or can't find it?
Easy. You can ask any airport employee for help. Just say, "Excuse me, can you please tell me how to get to gate B12?
That's a perfect phrase. And once you find your gate, you can relax until it's time to board. You'll hear an announcement like, "We are now boarding Zone 3. Just check your boarding pass for your zone number."
And that's it. We've made it through the airport. Okay, let's fast forward. We've landed, we've picked up our luggage, and now we're at our hotel.
Okay, time to check in. You'll go to the front desk or reception and wait for your turn. But before we get to the hotel, there are a couple of other things you might need to do at the airport after you land and collect your bags. For example, you might need to get some local currency.
When the receptionist is ready, you can walk up and say, "Hello, I have a reservation." It's very helpful to add, "under the name Michelle."
Right. Using your name makes it much easier for them. They will probably ask for your passport and a credit card. They'll say, "May I have your passport and a credit card for incidentals, please?"
Incidentals just means any extra charges you might have, like from the minibar. Once they confirm your reservation, they will give you your room key.
Yes, and they'll give you the details. Okay, Mr. Smith, you're in room 714 on the 7th floor. The elevators are just to your right.
Before you walk away, this is the perfect time to ask any questions you have. My first question is always about the Wi-Fi. I'd ask, could you tell me the Wi-Fi password, please?
Always. Another good question is, what time is breakfast served? Or, what time does the pool close?
Those are great examples. Now, what if you're in your room and you need something? For instance, maybe you need more towels.
You can call the front desk from the room in your room. You would say, "Hello, this is room 714. Could we please have some extra towels?"
Perfect. Or maybe something is broken. You could say, the television isn't working. Or, the air conditioning seems to be broken.
Right. Don't be shy about asking for help. The hotel staff is there to make your stay comfortable.
Okay, so at the end of our trip, it's time to leave. We need to check out. What do we say then?
It's very simple. You just go back to the front desk and say, "Hi, I'd like to check out, please. Room 714.
They'll prepare your final bill. You can pay with your credit card or cash, and then you return your key card. And you're all done.
Excellent. So we've checked out of the hotel. I don't know about you, Michelle, but all this talk about traveling is making me hungry.
Me too. Let's move on to our final stop, the restaurant. This is one of the best parts of traveling, trying new food.
For sure. So you walk into a restaurant. The host at the entrance will greet you and probably ask, "How many in your party?" Or more simply, "A table for two?"
You can just answer with 2, please. If you made a reservation beforehand, you can say, "Hello, I have a reservation for 2 under the name Michelle."
The host will then lead you to your table and give you menus. A few moments later, your waiter or server will come to the table.
They'll often start by asking about drinks. They might say, "Can I get you something to drink while you look at the menu?"
You can order a drink then, like, "I'll have a lemonade, please." Or if you're not ready, you can say, "Just water for now, thank you."
When they come back, they might ask, "Are you ready to order?" If you've decided, you can say, "Yes, I think so." If you need more time, it's perfectly okay to say, "We just need a couple more minutes, please."
Right. Now, what if you're not sure what to get? The menu has so many options.
That's a great time to ask for a recommendation. You can ask the server, "What do you recommend?" Or, "What are your most popular dishes?"
That's a really good tip. Servers often give the best suggestions. When you're ready to order your food, you can say, "I would like the grilled salmon," or "I'll have the chicken sandwich."
Now, here's a very important point. What if you have a food allergy or a special dietary request?
Crucial. You must communicate this clearly. You can say, "Does this dish contain nuts? I have a severe nut allergy."
Yes, or for a preference, you could ask, "Is it possible to get the salad without onions?" Most restaurants are happy to accommodate you.
Okay, so the food arrives and you're enjoying your meal. The server might stop by and ask, "How is everything tasting?"
"It's delicious, thank you." Or, "Everything is great."
Finally, when you're finished eating, it's time to pay. In many countries, you have to ask for the bill. It won't just appear.
That's a good cultural tip. You can make eye contact with your server and say, "Excuse me, could we have the bill, please?"
Right, and a lot of Americans will just say, "Can we get the check, please?" Bill and check both work and mean the same thing.
And that's it. You pay your bill, leave a tip if that's customary, and you've successfully had a meal out.
Wow, we covered a lot of ground today, from the airport check-in to the hotel and all the way to paying the bill at a restaurant.
We really hope that these phrases make you feel more prepared and confident for your next English-speaking adventure.
Remember, you don't have to be perfect.
That's the most important thing. People are generally very friendly and will appreciate you trying. Keep your phrases simple and clear.
Exactly. A smile and a polite tone go a long way.
Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Let's Talk English.
Thanks so much for listening. We hope you found it helpful. Join us next time for another lesson. Until then, happy travels!
Bye for now, everyone.